Manitoba pork farmers have been fighting the trade war on two fronts. And while some relief is being felt a day after Donald Trump's Liberation Day, the same can't be said for crushing Chinese tariffs already in place. Joining me now to talk more about how the industry is coping is Dahl, General Manager of Manitoba Pork. Cam, good to speak with you.
Good afternoon, Maralee.
I know there was a lot of worry leading up to Donald Trump's Liberation Day announcement yesterday. What is your reaction to what you heard?
Well, I think the word relief comes to mind. Yes, the stress levels of the past 3 months have been significant for hog producers in Manitoba. So to have the CUSMA exemptions and carry forward is something that is again, the word relief comes to mind.
How key is the U.S. market to pork farmers here in Manitoba?
Well, it really is our largest market when you combine both pork and live animals. We ship about 3 million live animals into the U.S. every year and about $500 million worth of pork. So it is a significant market for the province itself. There's 22,000 Manitobans depend upon the pork sector for their jobs. So things like tariffs from the United States and China impacts every part of this province.
Speaking of those tariffs from China, 25% tariffs are already in place. What impact is that having on the industry?
Yeah, it does have a significant impact, both because of the volume that we ship to China, but as well, we ship things to China that don't have a ready market elsewhere. And so we can't just take a container that's leaving Brandon and destined for China and say, oh, well, we'll send it to Mexico or to Thailand. It doesn't work that way. China buys things that not many other countries have a market for. So the tariffs on export to China is significant for our processors like Maple Leaf and High Life or the plant in Winkler, and that cost moves throughout the entire value chain.
You pointed to just how essential the pork industry is to our local economy. If you do have to cut back production, what would that mean for this province?
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that, and continuing to have open access to the U.S. market is a step in the right direction. But I'll give you an example. Is there's 2,500 people that work at that bacon plant at La Jamodier and Marion. There are jobs throughout all of this province. There are communities where couples help support. One spouse will work on a hog farm, and the partner will be working in the local daycare center or the long-term care center. So the industry and its participants really does support communities across the province, and so hopefully it doesn't come to that point of seeing job losses. But that would have a significant impact, and these are skilled workers, and they would be hard to replace when the industry gets to recovery mode.
I asked this because the president did kind of signal that tariffs will be applied on what Americans term as strategic sectors, and agriculture was included in that. I mean, we don't know exactly how that will play out, but what do you need to see from the government in response to what is still maybe an unknown out there?
Yes, and uncertainty always comes with a cost, and we have seen that in the past 3 months. I think we've seen some moves from the government of Manitoba, including in the budget, where there is a contingency fund of $100 million set aside for producers impacted by tariffs, and that's something that's really positive. Just before the election, or the call of the election, we did see an announcement from the new federal agriculture minister regarding potential supports through what is called business risk management programs for farmers. So that's positive as well. But what we need to see is ongoing outreach into the U.S. With our key partners. We do need to see continued work building on diversification and developing new markets, and also looking for ways of selling more of Manitoba's pork here in Canada. And we've been given some time with the announcement on April 2nd, and we can't afford to let that time go to waste.
Well, Cam, I want to thank you so much for taking time to share your thoughts with us tonight. It was great speaking with you.
Thank you for your interest.